my own social media, in terms of like Instagram, I just have really recognized, I think there'll be a backlash against social media. I don't think I think we're 2 years away, 3 years away from there being skull and crossbones that comes along with social media, because of the, it's the new smoking, I think, in
I
a lot
agree
of ways.
completely.
And I
Yeah.
think that we know how dangerous it is to be sedentary and to sit around and not really move around much. But I don't think maybe we don't understand fully how overly disgusting and gross, the social media pounding our heads all day. Uh, it really is. I mean, there's just going to be there'll be more like real world evidence and proof and science,
Mm.
just showing how it's just chewing up and spitting out our brain. So I've gotten rid of Instagram. I don't have Instagram on my phone anymore, obviously,
Hmm.
for other reasons. I have people that post for me, and so I'll still take pictures and stuff on my phone.
Yeah.
The people that work here at Slingshot, they have my iCloud, so they can go in there and they can, they know the message, they know the general message of me, but I'm off. I'm not looking at it. I'm not. Just the other day, I was kind of curious. I was like, I wonder how that post did, because I took a particular picture and I was like, no, dude, like, don't go on there. Don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even this morning, actually, we posted something for our podcast, and we had a rapper on our podcast, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to see the comments, but I know the comments are all going to be negative.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I pulled back. I was like, no, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, don't go listening to that.
Hmm.
Like that is just you're just looking for harm. I don't know
Yeah.
why. That's all you're looking to be hurt. So you like lash out.
Yeah. Well, and that's the self-awareness piece. And it seems like you're great at it. And because the other thing to remember too is like I said, I'm attracted to your content, the way you speak to people. Like, you're a very kind person. And I strive to be as kind as I can be because of the way that I came up, the way that, and even growing up, like I had a ton of friends and stuff, but there was so much rage and anger and everything. And then it's funny you brought him up because Lane Norton once attacked me on my Instagram, just randomly, with like the shittiest vocabulary ever. Like, he was just really mean. So then his little like army of Lane Norton followers, next thing you know, I'm like blocking and banning like 20 people every hour. I'm just getting crushed by this Lane. And I was like, okay, like at first it like totally triggered tough guy. I'm like, this motherfucker would never talk to me like this at a conference. That was the first thing I thought. Like, if I run into this dude at Paleo FX or something, it's not going to go this way. I don't think he understands, But then in my head, I was like, whoa, dude, chill. Like, he's probably not that happy of a person. Like, for him to talk to you that way, and he does that all the time. I mean, he murders everyone. He makes full videos on YouTube just making fun of people and calling them names and I'm like, wow, man, he's a pretty sad guy. So I just blocked him and moved on. It's just like, okay, cool. Like, that's not somebody that I need to allow in my like sphere of influence,
I think some of it could be, maturity level, and I'm guilty of playing right into all that as well. I'm
Yeah.
guilty of being triggered. I'm guilty of talking shit. Lane has been a friend / not friend for like a really long time.
Yeah.
He and I, we don't see eye to eye. I don't always agree with what he does. He certainly doesn't agree with the way I act and stuff like that. But we're both power lifters, and we both have I have a lot of respect for him, and I've seen some growth from him, and I'm kind of hoping that people, I'm hoping him and some other people that I know that are kind of similar, they're kind of in that realm. I'm hoping that they continue to learn and grow, just like we have. Just like I have. I'm not perfect. I fuck up all the time. I still. You mentioned, sounds like I'm good at the self-awareness thing. I am learning.
Yeah.
I'm really learning. I'm learning that your feelings, I think it's really important to reserve your feelings for maybe only the people that you love, only reserve, like, don't give your feelings fucking anybody else. They don't deserve them.
Yeah.
People might deserve some empathy. People might deserve some sympathy, a little bouts of some of this here and there, but like, People don't deserve your anger. They don't deserve your love. They don't really deserve your admiration until you get to know them, until they show. I mean, it's a weird thing, but you know, all these things when you're young, when you're 15 and your parents you know, have a family gathering, you're like, do I need to go to this thing? You're like, fuck, dude, like I don't want to talk to my uncle again, like he's gonna ask me how school is. School sucks, you know what I mean? You know,
Yeah, yeah.
and you fucking hate all of it. My aunt's gonna bother me, and all these people, they're bothering you because they love you unconditionally, and they love you in that way that we just talked about a couple minutes ago, just purely loving you. They don't give a fuck what you do. You
Yeah.
could say, they could say, hey, how's music going? You could say, actually, you know what, I just don't want to do it anymore. I gave it up. They say, oh, that's too bad. I say, actually, I, you know, got into some jujitsu. Oh, cool. They don't fucking
Mm,
care. They don't care.
yeah.
They're not gonna, like, if you said, yeah, you know, I gave up music and I know I was pretty good at it and I put a lot of time and effort. They're not gonna get up and walk out of the room
No, no.
and be like, yo, peace. Like, they're not
Yeah.
they're not out of there. Now, some of the people that love you for that reason, they quote unquote love you, you know,
Mm,
because like they loved me for being a power lifter. Now I don't show them powerlifting. Well, that's okay if they want to leave and they don't want to follow along with what I'm doing anymore because I don't really lift that way. That's what I would do to me. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, I was a
Sure.
hardcore fucking powerlifter. I was way into that shit.
Yeah.
And if I was following somebody and they started like running, I'd be like, I'm out. Like, fuck this
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not watching
Yeah.
somebody run around. You kidding me? And the guy's
Yeah.
not eating any carbs. Like, I'm out of here. I would be just as outraged. So a lot of it, sometimes the actions make some sense, but you know, just in maturing and just trying to learn from some of my mistakes, I've learned there's just absolutely there's not any positive reasons to be triggered by anything. It doesn't lead to anything good.
Yeah.
Sometimes your feelings kind of lead to emotions that are strong to propel you in the right direction. Somebody calling you fat when you're young
Yeah.
could be some ammunition, but a lot of times that's not that effective. And also, could that have been done a different way?